Hello. Good evening, Dr. Bowley.
How are you?
Yeah, glad to see you.
Thank you. We are going to. I said to bring questions today. Have you got,
Okay.
have you got any questions? We can
Right,
go.
right now.
If you haven't got any questions, we can go to Meththa Sutra. But before that, if you got any questions, please ask me.
Right now, have not.
Not today. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Now we'll go to page number 4. Number 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the first one now. Meththa Sutra. Meththa, you know what Meththa is? That is, according to Buddha, it is called Cheto Vimukti, which is on the first verse. So it's the second part, as you can see. Can you see that? Second part.
Yes,
Meththa
second part.
Bhikkhave Cheto Vimuktiya. Metthāya bhikkhave cheto vimuktiya. Okay, that's the first verse. Yeah, that's the one. Because the other part is about the history of the situation where Buddha was met by these people, how they respected Buddha and listened to Buddha. So that's part that. The story behind this particular sutra is the first part. Second part is the real verse. Metthāya bhikkhave cheto vimukti. What it says is, bhikkhave means bhikkhu, which is means monks. Monks, metha means, so if I read that again, metha means monks, cheto vimuk, the first line. The first line says ascetics or bhikkhu. Metthāya means cheto vimukti. Then I just explained that cheto vimukti means no intentions whatsoever with the outside world for happiness. So ascetics, if a person decides to disregard or ignore, that's the vimukti. The ideas of receiving, acquiring, and attaching onto various worldly possessions for happiness, for one's own happiness, then that is called, then the behavior is termed as metha. The behavior is such that no intentions whatsoever, no aspirations to obtain happiness by dealing with the outside world. That is called the metha. It's not difficult to understand, I believe.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have a better understanding. Yes, and very
yeah,
clearly.
yeah. That
Yes.
is what Buddha says. I have written the Buddha's words, Metthāya bhikkhave cheto vimukti. Then Buddha says, as you can see, asevitaya, asevitaya, bhavitaya, bahulikataya, yanikataya, vattukataya, anuttitaya, parichitaya, sasamadharaya. Now, if you read these things, the last sound is, look at the last sound, ase vitaya, ba vitaya. So you get the vitaya, taya, taya, taya. If you look at
Fire.
all these words, okay,
Yeah.
now Okay, you can see all these words. Ase vitaya, bhavitaya, bauli kathaya, kathaya, yani kathaya, vattu kathaya, anuttitaya, thaya, parichitaya, thaya, sasamadharaya. You see? So you say yaya, 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 yaya. That sound is there. So that means be with this, something like that.
You with this, yeah.
Yeah, be with. Okay, associate with or collaborate with Meththa. Ase vitaya. Ase vitaya means associate with, like a friend. You associate with Meththa like a friend. Associating like a friend. Meththa always. Associate with. The second one says, is in the book as you can see. It's on page 5. If you go to page 5, it tells you exactly what they are. It's repeated again on page 5. So if you go to page 5, please, you can see what I'm reading at. Yeah, page 5, that's right. Now see, ascetic associate with Meththa, ase vitaya. So I have written what is given in the verse, ase vitaya. Ase vitaya is that. Bhavitaya, associate and develop a skill. Bhavitaya means develop a skill. Now, as I said, once you develop the skill, the advantage of developing skill is it will work in its own. It will protect you by the skill. Skills up, is going to come out straight away. When something is confronting you, the skill will jump at it before you jump onto that. The skill will take the burden and associate and deal with that confrontation. So that is a skill. So you have to understand the term skill in English. But Buddha says bhavitaya, bhavitaya, bahuli kathaya. So bhavitaya, bahuli katha, both words, the first and the second word, bhavitaya is develop a skill, bhavitaya. Bhavitaya, Buddha's term is skill development, bhavitaya, the second one, bhavitaya. Asevitaya means associate, second one says skill development, bhavitaya. Then develop that skill, continuously develop that skill. So those two terms are there. Bhavitaya, bahuli, kathaya. Bahuli means continually develop more and more. Bahuli is more and more. Develop that skill. Bhavitaya, bahuli, kathaya. First, it says to associate. Then once you associate with that, once you practice, you get the return or the benefits, then you feel like you see, developing that skill more and more. So Buddha says, do that. Bhavitaya bahuli kataya. Then yani kataya. Yani kataya means, actual meaning is, if you get the real sound, I didn't write it here. It says, in all activities, always move and be with Meththa means, yani kata is, the real sound means, use that as your vehicle, your car. It's like your car, your vehicle. Use it as your vehicle. So you use the vehicle to go here and there. Whenever you go here and there, use the Meththa. That is what it means, the vehicle.
Yeah.
The vehicle, yeah. What is that? Vehicle. Vehicle. You know what it means?
It means
Vehicle means
oh
like your car. You made a mistake in writing that vehicle.
yes, yes,
Sorry, I made a mistake. Vehicle. Vehicle. Some people say
yes.
vehicle. Vehicle or vehicle. Yeah.
It means we practice the
Yeah.
matter
Yeah. Your
very
transport. Your
very
transport.
practically.
Yeah. So vehicle. Use it as a vehicle. Yani katai. Yani means as a vehicle. Use it as a vehicle. In all activities, always move and be with that. So you may move with that. So that is a vehicle you move here and there. So
Yes,
आसेविताय भाविताय बहुलीकताय you know यानीकताय use as a vehicle vattukataaya use that as your own savior vattukataaya there is no any other thing that I can like vattukataaya say to yourself that this is the one and only thing that I like. Meththa, Vattu Kata. Vastu is, your wealth. Make that as your wealth. Vattu Kata means wealth. Buddha's meaning, the real meaning, wealth.
yes,
Your wealth. Vattu means wealth. There is no any other wealth. So it says, select only possession to be with. Vattu. So possession is your wealth. Always follow all characteristics of metta. The next one. Anuttitaya. So it's all the characteristics which we have discussed so far and will be discussing later here, it explains. So Vattukataya, Anuttitaya, that means always that is the only possession you should be with. And use the characteristics, the next one, characteristics of Meththa. So there are so many characteristics, we can look at them in a minute. Okay. Without moving away, always reflect on Meththa. So Buddha advises not to move away from Meththa. Parichitaya, parichitaya, parichitaya. Chitta means chitta. Chitta means it's working in your system, the interior. The sound means like a chitta means a thought, but it is a concept here, parichita. So I'm putting more than what is written there, parichita. Make that as your own concept in the system, parichita.
yes,
And promote to enhance serenity and tranquility through that. Susamadharaya, susamadharaya. Susamadharaya. If you can't pronounce that at once, you break into two sounds. Susamadharaya, Susamadharaya, Susamadharaya. Those when you look at these two sounds, Susamadharaya, when you bring the two together, Susamadharaya. Otherwise, Susamadharaya. So sounds are joined together. Susamadharaya. So if I go through that again, the first one is Asevitaya, Bhavitaya, Bahulikataya, Yani Kataya, use as a vehicle, Yani Kata, Vattukata, only possession, only wealth, Anuchitaya, use all the characteristics of that, Parichitaya, don't move from that. Be with that Meththa, Parichitaya, Susamadharaya, develop the tranquility and serenity and tranquility through that Meththa. Try your best. So that is the advice given by the Buddha when you are dealing with Meththa. So Meththa is so strong and powerful. Meththa can control the world by oneself. Meththa can control all the six senses. You can make a statement to the outside world and say, my six senses are controlling by myself, not by the others, not by the outside world. No one can control my six senses. If somebody says anything against me, I'm not allowing my senses to react on that and make me sad or hurtful. No, it doesn't happen. One might say you are like this, then you can be harmful or just ignore that. Whatever, confrontation made by that person or said by that person. Who is helping? The Meththa. How? The skill. The skill will jump at it and answer the question. Can you understand?
Yes. Yes.
So it's a very, very powerful one, Meththa. Meththa is very powerful. You can say it's not just a word, as you can see. It is not just a sound. It's a powerful ability, potential, skill that you develop within your system. You can deal with anything in the world peacefully. Then there are some benefits given by the Buddha to us about this Meththa. So if you go down to the next paragraph, here are the benefits. Okay. Thus, you're just there, thank you. If one would gain the following 11 benefits through this practice of Meththa or the skill, will certainly bring comfortable to all beings. Let us examine these practical benefits leading towards the serenity and tranquility. That's the last one. Earlier part we said, good, enhance your tranquility and serenity. Okay, now the very first one is this. Sukhang Supati. Sukhang. Two sounds. Sukhang Supati. Sukhang means happily or comfortably or peacefully. Sukhang Supati. You can sleep with peacefully. You can sleep peacefully. That is the first one. Sukhang Supati. Sukhang Supati. Second one says Sukhang, again Sukha. First one is Sukhang Supati. Second one is Sukhang Paribhujyati. So you can wake up peacefully. You can sleep peacefully. You can wake up peacefully. If you develop the skill of Meththa. So very, very strong benefits. You can sleep well. You can awake well. Sleep and awake. If you are happy to be with Meththa, Asevitaya, Bhavitaya, Baulikataya, Yanikataya, Vattukataya, Anuttitaya, Parachitaya, Susamadharaya. All, said and done above Buddha. So if person is willing to go along that particular path of metta, these are the benefits that person is going to get. First one is Sukhang Supati, Sukhang Paribhujyati. Second one, sleep well, wakes up well. Then the next one says, doesn't experience any fearful dreams. Sukham Paribhujyati, na papakam suping pasati. That means ayohoti. So what is that? That means, no, the first one is na papakam. Na means no. Papakam means defiled or bad. Supinang pasati. So you're not going to experience any fearful dreams. Sukinang pasati. Supinang means no good, bad. So no bad ones coming in. Na papakang supinang pasati. Supinang. No, no. Papakang. Papakang means defilements. Papakang. So whatever hurts you are not coming into your sleep. No fearful dreams at all. It can't be, because just imagine when you develop a skill in metta, what is inside your system interior, or I don't like the term mind, but in the interior, what you are going to dealing with. Metta, cheto vimukti, no intentions. So intentions free system is sleeping. Just imagine. Intention free system is sleeping. I'm trying to look at it very deeply. So there is a person whose interior is free from everything. No defilements, no expectations, nothing. So that person is sleeping. How can you bring bad dreams into that system? You can't, isn't it? Can you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, very clearly. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
You
you.
can't,
Yes.
you can't bring bad things into your system, because you are well equipped with no defilements. So no defilements in your system. So how can that system bring bad feelings, bad fearful dreams, bad things, shouting in the night when sleeping? No. Fearful in the night? No. Getting angry in the night? No. Nothing could happen. So it's very, very clear. The Buddha said, so you can sleep well, you can wake up well, you can have no fearful dreams whatsoever. The next one says, Manussanam piyo hoti. I said somewhere about Manussanam. Manussanam means noble people, good like you, noble people. So such people promoting metta would win the hearts of human beings possessing high qualities like tranquility. So Arahants, Buddhas, they all like you. They like to come and talk to you. And the people who are practicing metta would like to come and talk to you. How it happens? Now, this is how it happens. Buddha says, when a person is developing something, within the vicinity of that person, for about few yards or few meters, a sphere of power builds up. Sphere of power builds up. That can be detected by anybody. So that can be detected by anybody by looking at the features of that person and also the behavioral pattern of that person, which can be seen from the outside. Even animals can feel it, Buddha says. So animals won't hurt you. It happens automatically. That skill is so powerful, Meththa skill, because you are not living to harm anybody in this world for any reason. So that power comes back to you, that power brings the return to you. That is how Buddha explained that. So, Manussanam Piyohoti, all the people who are practicing this harmful methods or skills, developing the skills to become calm, they like you. Not only that, Amunussa, next one says, Amanussanam Piyohoti. Even the bad people, cruel people, won't come against you. Because there's a saying that you can't clap with one hand, you have to have two hands to clap. So if this one is peaceful, if this one is full of anger, they won't come together. You reject. You are not going to have confrontations with others, even they shout at you. Then you can't clap together. Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
So you are not rejecting, you are ignoring. So you're not harming the other person if somebody shout at you by giving some words back to him or her. No, you are just keeping silent. The best way to control is this. I'll give you a hint or a strategy Buddha gave. If somebody is shouting at you, once you practice metta, what comes out in your system? Your system says to you, this person has no experience in metta. So you are not going to say anything, but you pardon that person or forgive that person. So when one person is shouting at you, what is going in your system? Forgiving that person for not knowing the value of metta. So there can't be any conflict again. So that is why it says amanussanam piyo hoti. If you analyze that, it's not just words. It is a practical thing happening in the system. Your system is so powerful to expose or produce or explode what? The calmness to the others. Then the anger person, cruel person, aggressive people can't go against you. There is no, what is the barrier? The barrier is the metta. Metta doesn't allow that person to retaliate with the aggressive person. So metta will protect you. Can you understand that, please?
Yes.
That's a very important point. People ask
Yes.
when somebody is scolding at you, what am I to do? I have to do this. To say to yourself, I'm going to forgive this person because that person doesn't know about what I am doing. See, that person doesn't know what I am doing. I am doing metta. I'm using my skill. That person doesn't know. If by any chance, if that person comes to know that metta is so powerful than shouting at somebody, definitely that person will come towards metta and drop that idea of having anger within the system. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how it happens. So that is what happens to Angulimala, who killed 999 people and came to Buddha. And Buddha said only one thing. You are running very fast. Please stop. Please stop. Then Angulimala said to Buddha, I'm coming behind you to catch you, but you are
Yeah.
going fast. You are going
Mm.
fast. Then Buddha said, no, I'm not talking about that physical speed. I'm talking about internal speed. The Dhamma. The Dhamma is the speed. So you reduce that speed. Then Angulimala is an educated person. He was trying to obey the teacher and try to kill those people. So he realized what Buddha said. Buddha is saying, for me to reduce the speed, inside speed. He's talking about inside speed. So Angulimala reduced the speed. Then that speed touches the speed of upekha, impartiality. Then that clicked or detected the value of that by Angulimala. Then he agreed it can make me calm. That is how Angulimala became calm. So that's the real story. So Buddha was so strong to bring that Meththa forward. Make sense? It's a
Yes.
wonderful story and it's a real story. Okay,
Yeah.
now we go to the next one, please. Manussanam priyo hoti, amanussanam priyo hoti. The next one is interesting one. Devata Rakhanti. Devata Rakhanti. People say the deities are protecting you. Deities. No. No, deities are not there to protect. Where are the deities? I don't know where they are. Maybe. You can take it like that. The inherited controlling power of this person, the internal power that you have built up by controlling yourself, that is Devata. Deva. Deva means that. Maybe if there are any beings that we can't see, they also might protect you. But here Buddha says inherited controlling power of this person effortlessly support in his own system to safeguard oneself at different difficult times. So any difficult time, this will be protected. This person will be protected. Make sense?
Yeah.
That can be a situation where you are just about to hit your car to another car. Suddenly that person, realize it's coming and it will take that car out. So that could happen because of this power. There are situations happen, they say, I just missed a disaster. In lives, that could happen. Anyway, you can give it many reasons. Devata Rakkanti, the next one. Devata Rakkanti means you can say the deities are protecting you or difficult times, difficult situations are protected by this power. You can take it this way or that way, it's no problem. Nasa Aggiva, Nasa Aggiva, Nasi Aggiva, Visangva, Tathangva, Kamati. So that means this person is protected by, now look at what it is, disturbing thoughts would not emerge or appear. No, made a mistake. No injury from poison or fire. Now, people can argue this case and say, okay, I have Meththa, I can drink any amount of poison. No, that is not that means. What it means is, if something is going to go into your system by mistake, that will dilute and safeguard you. That is what it means. So you are well protected by Meththa. This is not my saying, this is Buddha's saying. Make sense?
Yes.
But this is not my interpretation, this is Buddha's teachings. So what means no injury from poison or fire? Now see, some people, when there's a plane crash, some people escape without anything. Maybe the reason, who knows? All right?
Yeah.
Happy with
Right.
that?
Yeah. Very happy.
Okay. So we kamati tuvatang chittang samadhyati. Tuvatang chittang samadhyati. Disturbing thoughts. How can you get disturbing thoughts? Your system is erased from everything, would not emerge or appear in one's own system and allowed to suffer the system severely. So those things happened in the past to this person. Now it is not happening, although it happens. Samadhyati, samadhi. We heard that term samadhi. Sustain that power. Then the next one, Mukavanno. Vipasidati. Mukavanno vipasidati. Mukavanno vipasidati. Pleasant appearance is emerging from the face and all the other things, the qualities. Now you can see the face of a cruel person, how the face is. You can see the difference of a cruel person and a harmful person, the difference of the appearances. So Buddha says, when you are peaceful, your blood is normal. Blood, movement is normal. Your system is normal. You are at a very low speed within the system. So your behavior is so calm. So you become a pleasant to everybody. Even to animals, you are pleasant. If you go near an animal, it won't harm you. Because no reaction from you to the animal. So there is a saying that every action has an opposite and equal reaction. So if you have no cruel thought towards an animal won't jump at you. But if you really practice that to that extent. All right, happy with that? Please.
Yes. Yes.
Please tell me if you want me to elaborate anything.
Yeah.
Asammullo kalang karoti. Asammullo kalang karoti. So asammullo kalang karoti, next one. Inherits a habitual, engraved and composed with metta when leaving the world. Bring the serenity to the system. So that's a very powerful one. You are getting powerful. You are very powerful in that sense. When you are leaving this world one day, that powerful energy is to be dispersed to the world. That is what Buddha did. So that is dispersed to the universe. And as I said, no place to go, no karma in the system, no attraction or retraction. Therefore, the universe will reject that person, no place to go. So go where? Nowhere. Nowhere to go, no birth hereafter. That is bliss of Nibbana, no place to go. Now, generally, if we have no place to go in the world, we say he's a beggar because no place to go. But here, Buddha says no place to go when you go from this world. That's the highest level a human can obtain, Buddha says. So that's very powerful thing, isn't it? Happy with that?
Yes. Very happy, and I listen to you carefully.
Yeah, I'm going slowly and making sure that, to just, I'm not just explaining like, Sukam Supati, Sukam Paridujjati and just reading the things over there. No, I have to explain for you to remember because it's
Yes.
so important. It's a practical thing. It is not theoretical. So we have to realize through practice. So that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Uttari means very next one. Uttari. Appiti vinyonu Brahma loko hoti lokupago hoti. Uttari. That means this person is eligible in all, is qualified to get these four things. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekka, the Brahma Vihara four. Brahma Vihara is 100% qualified. He is 100% qualified to obtain or attain these four elements, which leads to Upekka, tranquility or bliss of Nibbana. All right.
All right.
Finally, that person comes to that stage. We know what Meththa, Karuna, Mudita, Upekka means. That's explained earlier. So if you go just down to page 6, please. There is an interesting thing here. Now see, just go to the last verse. Metthaya Bhikkave Buddha says again. Now look at the next verse. Quite interesting one. That finishes the sutra. Can you go to the little bit further down to the bold letters, which are the next last verse of the sutra? Metthaya Bhikkave Cheto Vimukti. The last verse, please. Further down.
Last verse.
Yeah,
Okay.
little bit down. Yeah, that's just stop there. This gives a very good message. Look at what Buddha says here. It's like repeating what is said at the beginning, but it is more than that. Here, what it says. Okay. Mettaya bhikkave cheto vimuktiya asevitaya bhavitaya bahulikataya vattukataya and so on, anuchitaya sasamadharaya. Then it says ime ekadasati sansa patikati. What that means? Esa disa. Esa, you can remember something I said in Esa disana khattana sabbatta maparajita sabbe sottin gattanti tan tesam mangala muttamanti in the Maha Mangala Sutra, last one. Eta disana kattana, something like that here. Eta di ekadisani ekadisati ni ekadasati. Here ekadasati. What is ekadasati? These 10 items, if somebody is going to practice those 10 items as said by this fortunate person is Buddha, to become a fortunate person, Attamanate bhikkhu banto basitang abhinandunti. What it means is, these monks who were listening to Buddha thought this discourse is for me. Each individual monk thought, that discourse is for me. Then the next one thought, that is for me. Then the next, monk thought, this is for me. Like that, everybody thought, this is for me, this is for me, this is for me, and this is for me. So that is what has happened in that discussion. This particular message went to each and every monk in the similar manner. That is what it says. So if you read that, in view of thou, it is clearly seen that this sutra, the omniscient Buddha has clearly stated the real meaning of Meththa to ascetics. It is revealed that Meththa is defined as doing away with the aspirations of entangling with worldly sources. Last one, at the end, all the ascetics, listening to Sutra with great respect and admiration, felt that Sutra is specifically preached by Buddha to each ascetic to fulfill their individual requirements. I believe I have expressed that properly written there. Each and every person, ascetic thought, this is for me, this is for me, this is for me, this is for me. But they didn't tell to Buddha, but they were thinking. Make sense?
Yes.
Later they said to Buddha, we realized that that is for me, Buddha. That is for me. That is for me. Then the Venerable Ananda was listening to this, and it came from word to word. These things, over 400 years before it comes to the text or the books. Then they remember that and they put it there. The last verse.
Yes.
That finishes the Metthanisansa Sutra. All right. Now, it's very worthwhile reading. It's not difficult, I think. It's not difficult for you to remember these things. It is all written there. So I believe it is not that difficult for you to go through. You are with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. After your preaching, we can understand it better. Yeah. Thank
That's all
you.
right. I appreciate your comments and your wishes. Yeah, I'm very happy. Okay, go to the next page, please. We'll go to the next page. I want to tell you something quite interesting on that one. Yeah. Now, this one is different to the other sutra. This one says Mitta Anisansa. The one that we discussed is Metta Anisansa. Now, see that when you hear the sounds, Metta Anisansa is the first one. Second one is Mitta Anisansa. Mit. But anisansa is the same. So you get two sounds. Metta anisansa, anisansa. Metta anisansa. Mitta anisansa. So you can pronounce them mitta anisansa as this. The earlier one is metta anisansa. When you join the two sounds together, mitta anisansa. Okay, I'll repeat that. So very first one we learned was metta anisansa, metta anisansa. Meththa Anisansa, Meththa Anisansa, very first one. Now the second one is Mitta. Mitta Anisansa, Mitta Anisansa. Mitta Anisansa, Mitta Anisansa. So you get Meththa Anisansa and Mitta Anisansa. Two different sutras. See the sound?
Yes.
You got the sound correctly. Yeah, that's good. Now,
Yes.
what is Mitta? Mitta is your friend. So Buddha says, this metta becomes your mitta or mitra, or in other words, your friend, your
Another
only friend.
friend.
There's no any other friend that you can that that they can, that this friend can do to you, other friends can't do. Why? This Meththa, this friend, is always behind you to safeguard you in any situation. Mentally and physically, or emotionally and physically. This friend will look after you. That is why Buddha said this is a very valuable and very strong friend. Okay. Now, I would like to go to the first one and the last one today. Only very briefly, I am explaining the first and the last one as I did. In all cases, this sutra, I'm going to tell you the first and the last one. But Meththa Sutra, I don't have to tell you the first and the last because it says, as you see, the first one, the last one I said, but in the middle it gives you the benefits that you are going to get that we discussed just now. So benefits and the way it has to be done. So that is just a briefing. It is not a real sutra like this to analyze the first and the last. You're with me what I said? The previous
Yeah, yeah,
one,
yeah,
yes, is
yes.
different to this one. Yeah, that's right. The format is different, I would say. All right, let us see this one. First one and the last one we are going to look at very briefly. I just want to give that message to you because you know what Meththa is. We are still with Meththa. How this Meththa is going to become your friend. So, okay, I'm going to start with the last part, not the first part, last part. Yo mittanang ne dubbati. Okay. Yo mittanang no dubbati. What is that means? First one. Sorry, first one. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go to the last line of the first one. Sorry. Last part of the first one. Okay. So you get, if I read it very carefully, pahuta bakko pavanti. Last one is, that's the first one. Vippavutto sakahara. The last one is bahunang upajenvati yo. That's the last one I want to go to. Yo mittanang na dubbati. That's the last one. Yo mittanang na dubbati. Can you go to that one, please? There are 4 parts. No, that's the first one. No, I like to go to the last one. Yes, right. We'll go to the last one first. Yo mittanang na dubbati. What that means? That means, look at what I've written there. Such unique views and values are earned by that person as a result of not weakening and moving away from that great virtue of Meththa. Buddha specifically said, don't move away from that, your only friend Meththa. Don't move away from that person. Don't get angry with that friend. Don't, discard that friend, because you are not discarding or moving away from that friend Meththa. You're going to get all these profits or the what is that means, the benefits or profits, I would say. Profit is, normally we think it's when you get money you get a profit. No, this is a big profit. This is uncomparable profit that you are going to get. Metthanisansa. This is Metthanisansa. So you know the difference between Metthanisansa and Metthanisansa now? Do you know the difference between Metthanisansa and Metthanisansa? Metthani is friend. Meththa becomes a friend. That's what I said, isn't it? All right?
Yes.
Meththa becomes your friend. Then it becomes Meththa. Meththa means Meththa. It becomes Meththa. Metthanisansa. Okay. Pahuta Bakko Bhavati. Pahuta Bakko Bhavati. There are sounds. Pahuta Bakko Bhavati. Okay, go to the first line again now. Go back to first line of first verse, please. Okay. Pahuta Bakko Bhavati. Pahuta Bakko Bhavati. Vippavutto Sakhagara. Vippamutto Sakhagara. Bahunang Upajivanti. Bahunang Upajivanti. Yo Mittanang na Dubhati. Yo Mittanang na Dubhati. We said that. So there are 10 verses like that. Every verse has got the last part as it is. Yo Mittanang na Dubhati is in every verse. As you go along, you can see every verse has got that. Just go through and see. Second one has got. Go to the third one, please. Yo Mittanang na Dubhati. And the next one goes like that. No Mittanang na Dubhati. No Mittanang na Dubhati. No, yo Mittanang na Dubhati. Yo Mittanang no, oh, na Dubhati. No is na. Na is no, right? So, Yo Mittanang na Dubhati. 7, 8. You get all 8 and 9 and 10. The Buddha has repeated the same thing in every verse. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's a common factor. That fourth part is a common factor to all. All right. Okay, go to first one. Just few things about that. Ahuta Bakko Bhavati. Vippavutto Sakagara. Vippavutto Sakagara. Bahunang Upajivanti. So I'm going to explain this tomorrow. So I'm just trying to figure out the first and the last. Tomorrow I'll go through this again. Don't worry. So just try to understand whatever you can understand in this part. Okay, just read what is written there. Since this person knows the life moves from one incident or event to another. So that means the life is going from one action to another. This person knows. And in this situation, you bring virtues and the destructive situations, you have to face with that. So therefore, in essence, what it says is this. Without reading, if I explain, this is what it is. Just listen to me. Okay, just listen to me, please. What it says is, this person knows this life is full of destruction and also happiness. Although those happinesses are temporary, you get happiness to a certain extent and the destructions. That is life, isn't it? Okay? You are listening to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Just listen to me. So
Yes.
don't read anything. Just listen to me. This, then you can put it in your system. This is not difficult to understand. What it says is, this life is full of happiness as well as distractions or unhappiness. Now, these are going, up and down. Yes, that person knows very well because this person has developed that skill of metta to bring the calmness so that happiness, unhappiness will be gone. So that person is going to be calm. Now, when the life is to be lived, what you need? You need the help of everybody. Everybody. In this world, some people are there to produce food. Farmers are doing the food. Every farmer is doing a job for us to eat. So the builders are building homes to live. So this person knows we need the help from everybody, no matter what profession they are involved in. Everybody's support is required. Therefore, this person is not going to discriminate anybody. No discrimination against anybody, anyone. Why? They all are there to help us to live this life. Make sense?
Yes.
That is Buddha said. That is what Buddha said, which is 100% right. No matter how long this universe is going to exist, that is a truth, 100% truth.
Yeah.
We need everybody's help for us to live. That is exactly what is said and done in this particular part. Who knows? The person developing the metta as a skill knows about this. That person is not blind on that. Knows I need everybody's help. Therefore, I'm not going to go against anybody, no matter what. There are people to shout. There are people to entertain. There are people to shout at you. Doesn't matter. So he's not going to go against anybody. Make sense? It's
Yes.
in a
Yes.
broader sense. It's in a broader sense. There are people to hurt you. There are people to praise you. There are people to feed you. There are people to give medicine to you when we are ill. There are people to take you from A to B from vehicle or bus or train or what. Everybody is included. So that is what I thought of telling you about this particular thing today. Then go to the last one, number 10. Then when I explain that, I'll stop. Because I just want to tell this thing. You can remember that, number 1. Then you go to number 10. Because always I do that in every sutra. I'm going to relate 1 to 10. Okay? The last one. The
Yeah.
last one is 10. So see, now this is the person who is developing the skill, the metta as a skill. So that is the person we are thinking about. So what this person is doing. Okay, so it's Mitta Nisansa Sutra. Okay, go to number 10, please. Please go to number 10. Yeah. Number 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
Viruha Mula Santana. Viruha Mula Santana. It's not difficult. All those sounds are, not familiar, but the meaning is fairly simple. Santanang is internal. Santanang is your interior. Viruha Mula Santanang Nigrodamiva Maluto Amitta Tappa Santi Amitta Nappa Sahanti Yo Mittanang Na Dubohiti. That means that common part is in every verse. All right, see what this means in very, very simple terms. This particular person is going to go through this sutra and develop all the skills and get the benefits. Now this person is full of benefits. Like a friend, all the benefits are sitting with this person. So therefore, ultimately, what will happen to this person? It says, this metta is sturdily or strongly, sturdily placed in the interior of this noble person. That is like a concrete in your system. This metta is sturdily placed in the interior of this person due to attachment-free life towards worldly sources. So no attachment towards the worldly sources for happiness. So metta is developed. Now this is established in the system of that person like a banyan tree. Banyan tree. What is this banyan tree? In India, there's a tree called banyan tree, which is a huge tree, but all the roots are coming from the top as well. Tough hanging roots coming onto the ground, and it's becoming very stable. Can't move. No matter what type of a wind or tornado, whatever comes, it's going to hold on to the ground. So Buddha gave this example, sturdy. Sturdily, this person is full of metta, steadily or sturdily. So therefore, this person is, since all unique virtues mentioned here are instilled in the system of this person, no possibility of causing anger or hatred. So it's this person cannot be changed or shake. No shaking, no disturbance, no movements, nothing whatsoever can be done to this person. This person is so strong with metta. So Buddha says the aforementioned traits, qualities, attributes, and virtues are to be gained by oneself only through metta, whereas one colleague could not offer such invaluable. So Buddha says these cannot be given by a friend, no matter how close that friend is. Such power cannot be given by a friend to you. This is what Buddha says. Buddha named this quality as the best friend that you can associate with. Make sense?
Yes.
It's a very strong message. So what, if I go back to the first one says this person knows everybody is required to live this life, therefore no discrimination towards anybody. Then finally, this person come to know, when I get all these qualities into my system, it will stabilize in my system as a banyan tree, which is a strong tree, which cannot be moved or shaken by any strong wind or any tornado, you name any rain or whatever disturbance. This won't going to change. Similarly, this friend is not going to go with you once you develop that skill very strongly, the metta. And no hatred, no anger is developed by this system, therefore it is very, very strong. Make sense?
Yes.
It's a wonderful sutra again, isn't it? It's a
Yes.
very valuable sutra.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're happy with that, well,
Very happy.
and
Yes.
yeah, I believe you have understood. I went slowly and I stressed the points that you need to remember. Not only you, everybody, including
Yes.
myself. I had to
Thank
remember
you.
always. So yes,
Yeah.
sturdy, no shaking, nothing. As Buddha said,
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, we
Thank you
need
so much.
you. Yeah, we need you speak it slowly. Yes. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
went at the right speed, I think. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet you tomorrow if my health is okay. Then this week I will explain this 10 verses this week, and probably next, this fairly cold, getting cold here. As you know, I have got arthritis in my system. All my particles are paining, no matter whether I'm in a heater or not, or air conditioner. So I have got the arthritis. So I might take few days or weeks, during the winter. And when I come back, I'm going to finish this, of course, before that. Then when we come back, thought of discussing about uh, the Dhamma Chakkapavattana Sutra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Please
just
take
now.
care yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
just now. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Dr. Bodhi.
Yeah.
So could you repeat your plan, please? I cannot follow you just now.
Okay. So my thinking is I'm going to explain this sutra this week,
Mm.
and I'm because of this winter, my health is deteriorating fairly considerably. So
Mm.
I thought of having few weeks off and come
Yeah,
back maybe after winter and explain
after
the
we.
Dhamma Chakka Sutra, which I have given to you. That
Yeah,
book.
yeah, yeah. The
It's,
second book, right?
yeah, it's in the book, but I think I have sent the PDF to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah,
I can
I
send it.
think.
No, I'll send that fresh one again. No worries. Before we
Okay.
start, yeah.
Okay.
So you can
Better.
distribute among participants, of course. So we'll go slowly. I think, I believe you all are ready to understand that sutra now, because you have learned a lot. You have learned a lot. You have learned
Mm.
five sutras here, and you have learned the 10 fetters, or the 10 uh, unwholesome actions, and the five aggregates, and the paticca samuppada, dependent origination. You have studied the five hindrances, the fetters. So you are well equipped to understand the first sutra of Buddha, Dhammacakka.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the foundation. Yeah, fundamental teaching.
About that. So, meantime, you
So
can,
how about, yeah.
hmm?
So, could you tell us the extreme time? So, when is about the winter ending date?
Probably my wife says, just to take, relax, because when I'm sick, she has to look after everything. So she said to start around, say, this June, July, end of
July.
July or
End
August,
of July.
maybe August, probably.
Okay,
That time,
probably.
the
Okay.
everything is settled. So here, even this is a warm place, but still I feel that cold weather.
Yeah, I can feel the cold here, even
Yeah,
it is very north. Yes.
it's changing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not normal
And
like those days. So it's
yeah,
pretty hard to.
abnormal.
Yeah, yeah, no. But anyway, I'll let you know. But I'll finish this. Then I'll introduce, if I got time, we'll introduce Dhammacakka a little bit. The first
Mm.
and the last part of Dhammacakka. Then we'll see when we can. And then I'll let you know, maybe
Okay.
for the time being, we'll say August, but maybe earlier than that, maybe. Okay? I don't know.
Okay, so good. Yeah, take good care of yourself and
Yeah,
look
thank you.
after yourself.
But I'm coming this week. The entire week I'm going to explain this to you. This is so important. This
Yeah.
group. So today,
Yeah.
Monday, so another 4 days at least to explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, all the
So
best.
thank you. All
Thank you
the
so
best.
much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thanks for
night.
listening. Bye bye.
Yeah. Catch up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye tomorrow.